Lucky you were born that far away, so we could both make fun of distance. Lucky that I love her foreign and for the lucky fact of your existence. Baby, I'll climb the Andes slowly to get the freckles on your body. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a finance video for things, and I was going to make this a Instagram live video, but I figured Saturday night people that have lives are probably living them. So I have been conflicted recently. Over the last couple months, most of my actual capital has gone into paying off that one Pokemon card. One Pokemon card being that record price point. Those that don't know, $80,000 at the time. Now it's worth minimum $250, and I see that, and I see I put money where I see opportunity. And this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm doing, and I've made a lot of money with Pokemon, with Tesla, high risk lending, and I see a lot of opportunity now with Tesla, because Kathy Wood, CEO of ARK Invest, who was laughed at in 2019 for saying, "Yeah, we believe Tesla can become, it could be like it was a couple $1,000s per share, and this was pre-split, and they were like, yeah, okay, it was only a couple $100s at that time, again pre-split, and obviously that's she's been very right on the money so far. It's coming out with a new guidance, basically where she thinks the stock will be, and she thinks because the company is the leader in autonomy, not just in electric vehicles, that everyone knows, leader in autonomy, leader in batteries, leader in battery technology, in energy storage, solar, just everything. Such a disruptive company, that she believes it'll be a autonomy, like autonomous driving, don't need a driver, ride sharing network will be worth about $7 trillion. Now, obviously, Tesla's not going to get all of that. I think Tesla will get the majority of it, but let's just say that they don't. Let's just go really conservative here, be really negative, just worst case scenario, and they get maybe a third of that. Now, it's going to be about, out of that $7 trillion network for the world, in America, it's going to be about $3 trillion. Now, if they have, again, get a third of that, and they get $1 trillion a year by the end of the decade, and that's revenue. That's just $1 trillion a year just from that in revenue. That's more than their market cap right now. Tesla stock should go to the freaking moon. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm going to say that about 8 different times throughout this. I already have 180 something shares. My good friend keeps telling me, like, hey, you should sell some, you should take some profit, which I did last year to get, a Pokemon card. So I had even more. I had like 250, something like that. A lot less now, but or what I've been doing the last week, buying Bitcoin, a lot of it at the top at like 59,000, and now it's down like 44,000. But again, I don't care. It's long term. Like I was buying Tesla from down here all the way up here, and now it's down here. So I because I think both of them are so undervalued that those are, I think, the right moves. Still, if I see anything else, obviously I'll let you guys know. Pokemon cards or Earth 2. Again, if you're not in Earth 2, I think it is much less of a gamble now than it was when it first started. It's just like, we don't know what this company is. Nobody did, aside from me, my friend Steve, and maybe one or two others, did like a real deep dive into the company, into the CEOs, and it wasn't until after a couple weeks where I was like, okay, yeah, this is real. This is and even though the CEOs are some of the hardest workers, like I'm talking Elon Musk level hard workers, there's still a chance that the game doesn't make it. There's still a chance that the game is just not popular. Now, it's already got several 100,000 users. Logan Paul's already in it. You have so many different celebrities on YouTube, like myself. People have been making making face masks of me. People have been making videos about me. It's really funny. It's really interesting. YouTube fame is curious. It's different. And if you're not in Earth 2, watch some of my videos. I have a whole playlist on it with like 100 hours worth of content just on the game, what's coming. Um, if investing's not your thing, you're probably just not watching this video. If investing's not your thing, but to each their own. Some people like NFTs, something that's very new, has a lot of potential, something that could really change the way. Like Bitcoin has already paved the way and is continuing to pave the way, and that everyone keeps asking me like, what's going to be the next Bitcoin? What's going to be the next like? Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. That's it. It's the reserve currency of crypto. A lot of things are done in Ethereum, so maybe that one. But outside of those two, I'm not investing in anything. I didn't invest in Dogecoin. I didn't invest I'm not investing in Litecoin, whatever. Not because that there's not potential there. It's just because that why try for 5 birds in the bush when you have one in the hand. And same thing with electric vehicles. Everyone's like, oh, what do you think of NIO? What do you think of Lee? What do you think of the merger between Volkswagen and no, they're all going to compete for second place. Tesla already, if you want to talk about stocks, electric vehicles, Tesla won the freaking decade. Tesla is just all the way out there, miles, years ahead of everyone else in every piece of technology that they have, making their own chips. Insurance, oh my God, they make the safest cars that crash the least per million miles driven, and they just, and they have their own insurance. They're taking money left and right. That I've said before, it's going to be between a $4 and $6 trillion company by 2030. It's probably going to be closer to 8. And you heard it here first. Tesla's going to be $8 trillion by 2030. Market cap, again, not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. This is just, I've been right so far. The only way I've been wrong is I've never been wrong. I've just been less right on some things. Like, oh, I could invest in this or this. Like, obviously, you could invest whatever you want, but if I'm going to invest in this or this, I want to pick this, and this one goes up here, and this one only goes up here. All right, I'm still winning. It's still the right call. It's just not as right as the other one, even though most of the times I do make the right call. But yeah, and Bitcoin, just because, at first nobody knew what the hell Bitcoin was. At first they ignore you, then they ridicule you, then they fight you, and then you win. So just famous words from Gandhi, and that was Tesla. That was Tesla for so long. That was Tesla, and everyone's saying like, oh, he's a psychopath. Elon Musk's crazy. He tweets like the president. He tweets like that. Just before Trump was Trump, people were saying this about Elon, and I said, no, do not understand Elon. Most people don't, because he's not the normal fit of what a CEO should be, and I'm not either for Pokemon or whatever, any other company that I launch. I'm not that either, and that's why I understand him. He's exactly like, he's a nerd. He's a dweeb. He is a weeb. He likes anime. He posts memes. He's a meme lord. He's one of us. If you're watching this, you most likely know that I am a freaking nerd at heart, and I'm gonna I have a Pokemon and Donkey Kong tattoo. Nerd stuff like all the way, and people just don't understand us yet. Yeah, some type of shows like Big Bang Theory and maybe Neil deGrasse Tyson kind of brings light, to some of the ways that we are. Maybe like Ashton Kutcher's like Beauty and the Geek had it like years back, but people don't understand. You're like, this is weird. Yeah, it is weird. We're weird people. Like, so that's already happened with Tesla, and people are still underestimating it. Like, people are still, because they don't know. They just, oh yeah, they're good in electric cars, but they don't understand what they're doing with solar, the auto. Like, they're literally going to save the world, and they're doing the same thing with Bitcoin right now. First, they ignored us for years. And then, a lot of people doing some ridicule, saying like, oh, it's nothing. It's not real money. It's not tangible. You don't have a real token. You don't like, yeah, okay. But what type of world do you think we're going to be in the next 10 to 20 years? Like, how freaking quickly did we go from no internet, or to very small amounts of internet in the early 90s, like 90s, where, I'm old enough. I remember a time when almost nobody had internet. Where it was, when we did have internet, it was dial-up, and then absolute uh, ridiculous for anyone that's like 60 and most of their life for the first 30 years was like the same, very small increments of technology going this way, and then phew, yeah, goes to the moon. So we're at the fight we're at the ridicule stage, where only a couple of like the fight hasn't come yet, and I'll tell you why. The fight hasn't come with Bitcoin because they're still ridiculing. They're still saying stuff like, "Oh, hey, excuse me." They're still saying a bunch of things with like, "Oh, it's not real. It's you can't do anything with it." Oh, most people use Bitcoin to do illegal stuff on the dark net. Like, okay, yeah, that some people do that, but some people do illegal stuff with regular money anyway. So it's not changing. And a lot of what the dark net is honestly just going and paying for things so you can save on tax. Like that's really what it is. People try buy drugs with Bitcoin. Yeah, people buy drugs with normal money too, but they it's going to be with any currency. But the fight is already happening in India, Venezuela banned it, India banned it. Just all crypto because they don't understand it. They either don't understand it or they fear it or both, because that is how people take their freedom back. That is how people go and say like, "Oh, the government is devaluing my money, like my cash holdings by printing more of it," which is absolute BS. So what they do? Oh, I'm going to go with something that cannot be devalued. They're going to go with something that, you cannot make more of this. Once it runs out, it runs out. That's why gold and silver have been up here forever. And I sold my silver for Bitcoin. And the U.S., China, India's already being fought. That battle's being fought between Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey. Jay-Z, the rapper, and Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square, teaming up, spending I don't know how many millions of dollars trying to get Bitcoin to be one of the main currencies in Africa, which I think is really weird. Omar Gaddafi, I forget what country he was in, and after they took him out, but he tried to make like an African currency based around gold. Got assassinated. Now, but they're not going to assassinate Jay-Z or Jack Dorsey. I mean, they'll try, but yeah, they're going to do that with Bitcoin. They're already doing that in Africa, and they're trying to do that with India as well. So the fight is really happening in India, but yeah, China and the U.S. as well. This is something where people can change their lives and switch over from one currency to another. And honestly, where this all started, where I heard about it from, was the anarchists. They're just like, "Oh yeah, they can't track it; it's secret," and it sounded like really like doomsday prepper crazy. But then lots of people started using it, and when you see Fortune 500 companies, billion-dollar market caps like Square putting $50 million into Bitcoin on their balance sheet, with Tesla putting 1.5 billion with a B, Bravo, money, dollars into Bitcoin. People are going to say whatever. Again, the fight is about to happen. I think it'll be easily won over just because all of these companies are doing it. Had not a mutual fund, a ETF fund in Canada that tracks Bitcoin, and you're going to have that with America as well. So it's going to be a much easier transition. They're going to fight it. The government's going to fight it until everyone in the government has enough Bitcoin. We're like, okay, it's fine. Yeah, so they're going to fight that for however many years until everyone in the government says, "You know what, we have enough. Let them go nuts. Let them increase our investment." So Tesla, Bitcoin, that's what I'm mostly focused on right now. Now, again, Earth 2, if we're talking about what type of future we're going to be living in, virtual reality is on the cusp of going absolutely mainstream. You've seen it with the Oculus 2, the Oculus Quest from Facebook. Sony released their VR headset. Everyone is going for it. It started with Pokemon Go with augmented reality, and it's been going on for half a decade now, and it's about to blow up. And that's what Earth 2 is about. You can play it on your phone, you can play it on your computer, and you don't need it like a supercomputer to play it. Even though the graphics are better than Red Dead Redemption 2, but this is either going to be the catalyst that starts the VR revolution, or it is going to be it is going to be the VR revolution because it is so good. It is so epically amazing. Again, I have well over 100 hours of content on it. Or maybe not that much. Maybe, I don't know. I have a lot of content. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Goodbye.